Well, I was never abused or neglected. My family wasn't well off, but I had what I needed. Maybe not everything I wanted, but all I needed. So my drug use was never because of any negativity, really. It was all thrill-seeking excitement, just, trying to find something to satisfy me. I should have had enough sense to know I already had everything to satisfy me.
The human soul is a treacherous place. Beneath the mask we wear, a dark and twisted labyrinth.
Just wanted to do things my way. If I couldn't do it my way, actually I felt like it wasn't even worth living. Ran away from home a few times. Started experimenting with marijuana at age 15. The day I turned 16, quit school, met a beautiful girl. By the time we were 17, we were married with our first child. My drug use continued. Started experimenting with other drugs. And no one could ever convince me that I was an addict, but I was, because I thought I'd quit any time I wanted to, but when the time came I tried to, I couldn't quit. It's all you thought about all day long. From the time you woke up, you wanted to get high. I didn't realize it was a downward spiral for a long time. That's the biggest problem. I was having a lot of fun at the time, I thought. I was increasing materialistic things, and I thought I was really doing good. There's a lot of pride and arrogance involved in that too, like all the shiny, glittery things I thought I should have. But I lost them all eventually, but they really meant nothing. And I'd become so miserable with that lifestyle, though, that one morning about 3:30 in the morning, I was there by myself, sitting in the office, getting high. But I was so miserable that I just stopped and asked God to take my life away. And I meant physically, like I was just done. I asked for God to take my life away, and He did, but not the way I thought. So I figured I'd never get out of jail again. So actually I was contemplating suicide even in the county jail. October 21st of '04, and that's our anniversary. She came to visit me. I told her why didn't she get the paperwork to get a divorce, find someone to make her happy. Because I really figured I'd never get out of there again. And it broke her heart. And it broke my heart too. So when I got back to my cell, I didn't even kneel down. I was just laying looking at the ceiling. I said, God, what am I supposed to do? So I found a little Gideon's Bible and read it, and assured me that God would watch over me, whatever circumstances was. Prayed to God again and asked Him to take my desire for drugs away, because I knew I was weak to the temptation. And that drug use was probably approximately around 35 years that I'd done drugs. And I walked out of jail that day. Desire was gone. So just set a trial date, and if I was found guilty, I would get to 50 years. Well, I knew I was guilty, and I knew I couldn't lie about it because I'd done given my life to God. Well, I know the Spirit was upon me because I was already content, like with whatever it was, I put it in His hands. If it was the rest of my life, that's what it would be, But I'd already made up my mind I was going to do it in a manner pleasing to Him. If you have something valuable, say materialistic things, jewelry, gold, money, whatever, you put it under lock and key to protect it. And I felt God put me under lock and key to protect me, to take me away from the vicious circle that I was living in, because I couldn't figure out how to get out of it. People that came in and done church services meant so much to me, that they took their time to do that, and they actually showed you the love of Jesus. I mean, you could see it, and it was the highlight of my week when they'd come in. So that's what I wanted to do when I got out. So that's what I was thinking. I need to get out and get started on this, I don't know how to do it, but God is going to show me how. Yeah, when you're locked up, if you haven't had a lot of problems and write-ups and things, there comes a time you can get a modification sometimes, get your sentence reduced. I applied for that and got turned down. I never doubted God, but in my mind I was kind of questioning, well, how's come I can't get out, And it was like, you said you wanted to go back in and witness to the men, and you're already here. So I just continued doing what I was doing, like offering prayer openly and, reading scriptures with different people. And I always prayed when I went from one facility to another, I always prayed that God would surround me with good Christian brothers or potential Christian brothers. Because if they weren't Christian yet, they just might become one before we're done. A lot of people can't wait to get out of prison, but I couldn't wait to go back to encourage the other men. I really have a heart for these guys because I can relate to them, I was actually there. Some people just need to be heard. There's nobody for them to talk to. And I found by just actually listening, being a good listener, and then throwing in some words of encouragement. I don't have the answers, what I'm saying? Like, God's got them. I just allow him to speak through me, and hopefully his message is heard through whatever I say, babbling or whatever it is. I'm not boasting about that. I'm just saying, he's done great things in my life. I've never had a desire for drugs again. Haven't done any. I've been clean for over 10 years now. And I know that's the power of God, because like I said, I tried to quit before and I just couldn't do it. It just changed my heart. I think everybody has an addictive personality. We have to do something. Even if you quit doing something, you got to fill that void with something else. I still have an addictive personality. So the more things I can do to glorify God, the happier I am. I'm just grateful for everything. In prison, you learn to be grateful for something as simple as a piece of gum. Because there's always things to be grateful for. Maybe you're overlooking them, it might be right in front of your face. I don't have a title, I'm nobody special. Yeah, I claim to be a rusty pair of pliers in God's awesome toolbox. But I still have a purpose.